It's there! Holy moly, this one's gonna go big!
Hello and welcome back to the channel. So then, Barcrest's plasma screen fruit machines. I've been wanting to make this video for quite a while because the layout that you can see here in front of you, Big Chief, has been available for just shy of 3 years now. It was one of the first layouts released for MFME version 5.1 when that was released in November 2016. I've been kind of holding on, even though I wanted to do the video, because I was hoping that one day there might be more than one of these to actually talk about, because I was sure in my head that there must have been more than one of these, but I could never remember them being more than one of these. However, in the last few days, this layout here has been released called Clickity Click over at Desert Island Fruits. So we do now have two verifiable plasma screen fruit machines having been released by Barcrest in the very early 1990s. We're talking 1991 specifically. Now, I've got to be honest with you, Clickity Click here is the lowest of the low techs. It's a bingo machine, basically. It was designed as a low-tech to be sighted in bingo halls. There's really, it even says on the plasma screen there, there's really not much going on with it at all, but it is fascinating because it is proof that Barcrest actually made more than one machine using this plasma display. Now, Big Chief here on the left-hand side, that's a 1991 release by Barcrest, and I remember this one. Clickety Click, no idea about it all. Of course, I didn't go into bingo halls. Well, I've never been into a bingo hall, either past or present. However, Big Chief, I do remember turning up in the pubs in Manchester. It seemed to be quite popular. This is the thing with this machine. It seemed to be popular with players. It seemed to do well. We saw quite a few of them around, but then as quickly as they appeared, this plasma tech-based fruit machine, they just disappeared, and Barcrest just seemed to drop it like a hot potato and went back to a basic alphanumerical display. Now, actual resources for these in terms of pictures and videos are, as you can imagine, very thin on the ground. However, we do have an actual picture of a real Big Chief fruit machine, and this was a handsome looking beast. As you can see, it is set in the standard Barcrest cab of the time, but they've done some really nice 3D stuff in the top box there. You can see there you've got that nice curving wind panel. You've got an actual Big Chief kind of golden head up in the top there with lights going on, and there's the plasma screen itself. And this was a good looking machine. I remember the first time that me and my mates set eyes on this thing, and we were kind of, whoa, I'm going to have a go at that. Look at that incredibly fancy screen there. And this is where we get into the video of it. Remarkably, there's actually a video. You can see there, Barcrest 1991. There's actually a video of the real thing booting up on YouTube, which I found earlier today, which has allowed us to at least see the real machine. Because the thing is, in terms of layouts here, we do only have classics. Now, that's not a big problem. I am happy to play a classic. And indeed, I have put many hundreds of pounds through Big Chief in its classic layout form, but not everyone is as old a fucker as I am, and you may well not have been playing fruit machines in 1991. So you have no idea what the real thing looks like, whereas even just playing the classic, I can visualise what the real thing looked in my head. But for the benefit of those, well, just to jog your memories if you did play it back in the day, or if you've never seen this thing before, here's what the machine looked like in real life. It was quite a handsome looking bugger. Do bear in mind though that you can't quite see the entire machine there. So in that video, because it's dark and you've got the lights on this bit here, you can only see the kind of left hand, or the left 2/3 of the machine here, and you've got a whole other sort of panel off to the right hand side. It's a shame that we haven't got any gameplay footage. It is just in a track mode here, but all of these red strips of lights down that surrounded the whole play area, they could kind of flash and strobe around, and they look really pretty, particularly in a dark room, as it kind of comes through on this video here. And you do have the illuminated top box as well, where the Big Chief himself resides. Now, this was originally released on a £4.80 JACKPOT, but very quickly got an upgrade to the £6 jackpot. Barcrest clearly knew that this was on the way, because you can see here that they made a couple of adjustments to the machine in quite a straightforward manner. So if you look at this cash matrix here, all of those coins there, all those 20p's there, they add up to £2.40, whereas on the £6 jackpot upgrade, they've changed the 2 coins at the top there to 50p's, which means that you can get £3 off that feature instead of £2.40. And they've added some new graphics. You get this new £6 jackpot graphic, which of course is not present on the £4.80 version. There is no graphic in attract mode for the £4.80 jackpot. It just omits that completely, but you do get this £6 jackpot graphic going on the £6 upgrade. One interesting little thing that I noticed when I was just getting ready to make this video, can you see there, you still got it on the right hand side on the £6 jackpot version. You've still got a £1.20 bonus. Now, 2 of the features that both of these machines have is a £1.20 bonus and a £2.40 bonus. Now, on the £6 jackpot version, that was changed to a £3 bonus, but they left the £1.20 bonus as was. And I guess that's something to do with, I think machines at this time, they had £1 tubes, 20p tubes and token tubes. So how do you upgrade a £1.20 win on a £6 jackpot machine? What you're going to do, you can't pay out a £1.50 win if you only have those tubes to choose from. So if you look in the track mode here, you'll see that you've got the £1.20 bonus on the left hand side and the £2.40 bonus on the right hand side. You'll get a £3 bonus, replaces the £2.40 bonus, but there's only a £1.20 bonus, the same as on the £4.80 jackpot versions. There's the £2.40 bonus on the left hand side. There's the £1.20 bonus on the left hand side. There's the £3 bonus, which you can see has been upgraded on the right hand side. But they left the £1.20 bonus just as it was. I guess they didn't really know what to do with that if you haven't got a 50p tube in the machine. And as for Clickety Click, we do have a flyer for that. You can see here it's very, very clear what market this is targeted at, which is grannies in bingo halls. We will play both of these machines in this video, and I can tell you now that this is the lowest of the low techs. This is a really basic game, but it was aimed at the bingo market. The curiosity, the real thing about this that's fascinating is that it's evidence that there was more than one machine that actually used the plasma display. And if you look at the release thread over at Desert Island Fruits, basically nobody had a bloody idea that this thing even existed. So here is the release thread over at Desert Island Fruits from Chloe. And if you have a scroll down, even Wizard himself there is saying, I've never heard of or seen this machine before. Great to see another plasma display machine. And yes, I think that's a sentiment that is echoed many times over in that thread. So thank you very much to Chloe for this release. We just get thanks there to the ROM and flyer provider. So whoever the ROM and flyer provider were, thank you very much. And also to Reg for the original release of MPU4 Plasma Big Chief. This actually predates, or well, Desert Island Fruits was around at the time, but this was what you can see there, November 22nd, 2016, so not far off 3 years ago as I make this video. This is one of the very first releases for MFME version 5, which kicked off this whole new era of Fruit Machine emulation, and for the first time ever we had emulated this Barcrest plasma display. Now, why the technology did not catch on, I simply cannot say. We can only speculate. However, I think it is safe to say that obviously these things would have been more expensive to make than Fruit Machines with just a basic alphanumeric display. And ultimately, this is all about money. Barcrest want to make as much money as they can when they're selling their Fruit Machines, and I guess they would have to have done one of two things. They would have had to have charged more money for the machines based on the fact that, well, it's got this swanky new tech in it and you're going to make, to the operators, say you're going to make more money out of it, so we're going to charge you more money to buy it. Or they would have just had to absorb the costs up front, and then the idea being that even though they make less profit initially, the tech catches on, the cash box reflects the fact that these machines are far more popular, and they sell more machines on that basis. At the end of the day, it is all going to be about the finances, and I can only surmise by the fact that these things came and went basically in the space of a year. I was not aware of even a second machine that used this tech until we got the layout for Clickety Click here. I believe there was a plasma version of BWB's The Big Match. The ROMs for that have never turned up, and it's not currently emulated. We've got the alphanumeric version of The Big Match, but for whatever reason, and I'm guessing it was down to the finances of the thing, these did not take off, and they basically just disappeared, and Barcrest went back to the normal alphanumeric display. Which is a shame, because they look really, really good. You can see in that video there, the machine looks absolutely fantastic. You've got to rewind. We're talking about 28 years ago. I think that would look pretty fucking good on a fruit machine now. If you saw a display like that on a fucking £100 Betcom in the year 2019, I think that would be eye-catching. It would certainly draw my attention. So you've got to rewind to the year 1991 and imagine how fab that looked on a fruit machine 28 years ago. But obviously, one way or another, the finances of it all didn't add up, and it was a very, very short-lived experiment by Barcrest. So for my money, I've got a lot of memories, many, many memories of playing the Big Chief. No memories of playing Clickety Click. Never saw a real one, never went in a bingo hall, but we are now going to play both of them in this video. So let's start off with the Big Chief. I will get to Clickety Click, but there's really not much to it, believe me. And this is the one that I remember, so let's put some money in. So there we are. As soon as you put some money in, you can see there that the display changes, and you do have a kind of real-aid or band-aid, whatever you want to call it, on the display here. And if you can get any three of these lines lined up, you get a feature which you can select with the left or right hold button. So I've tried to put about 20 quid through this and not really take anything out of it. I've put hundreds of pounds through it since the layout was released, but I have just deliberately fattened it up a little bit and put about 20 quid through it and not taken anything. In my experience, you can sometimes get some value out of just holding two. You see what I held there was actually the two of a kind on the alpha up there. So like that there. So even though that's not two of a kind, it is two of a kind up there. And if it wants to, it can put you in. Or not. It's probably, I mean, if you know these things. Ooh. So you could go like that there. Oh, give us a nudge there, you tight fucker. It's not quite working there. It can happen, it can drop in, and it can give you nudges. Now, you look at those red lights around the side there. What you've got to try and transpose in your head is that will be all those lights flashing around there. It's a real shame that we haven't got a video of the real thing actually being played rather than in track mode, and you get this. I'm a real sucker for this Yamaha music and sound. I know it's a bit of an acquired taste, but I rather like it. So let's just, what can we go for there? We'll go for that. We got no hold after the nudges. Oh, that'll be skill nudges. Like so. Always a 1 to 4. And oh, how could we not? I don't want to. You know what? What I'm going to do here now. Obviously, you would kind of take melons there, but it does like to hold after nudges. It will hold after nudges for anything. This thing. Ooh, now we've got a random dapple on this. You can't slow it down. See there, we're just going for that, and it didn't land. We'll hold them two there. Let's just see if it goes round. 2 nudges, please, you absolute tight bastard. See there, I need 2 nudges to actually... No, okay. 1 nudge. I'm going to hold out here. I'm going to try and start off with a jackpot or a £2.40 repeater or an actual feature. Consider this has had nearly 20 quid through it with no reply. It's actually taken a few bob here, but I have been playing it when I've been playing it myself. I have been playing it properly, as it were. Not that there was any method on these that I was doing. That was a fucking harsh 5, wasn't it? I was never aware of a method on these, and they never seemed to have a big streak in them either. They would go through little rich periods, but nothing that you would necessarily call... Oh, there we have, just landed it straight on there. So let's just have a look what our features are. Nothing what you would call a big streak. So £1.20 bonus. We clearly don't want that. And these are two of the worst ones here. They're always the same wherever they land. So we'll go for real match here. It's like, no, that's not too bad. Well, that's pretty easy, isn't it? God, I've got... Oh, fucking hell. Right, okay. I think I can... Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4... Right, I've got that. There we are. Jolly good. So that's £2.40 repeater. This cab here, by the way, just try and transpose what you're seeing there in the Classic to this cab with all the lights going on. You've got your illuminated Big Chief top box and all that sort of thing. It was a bloody good looking machine, this. Oh, no repeat. What a shame. No repeat. So we'll carry on playing. This is one of these machines, the way that there's no gamble on the wins, by the way. It just adds it straight into the bank. Nothing you can do about that, so if a win drops in like that, just go straight to the bank. When I fire this up in the emulator, the way that I play it is I just play it out to the bank limit, and then once I hit the bank limit, I collect it out, and then just come back to it again next time. So that's going to just step up the £1 underneath us there. So I will just put in as much money as it takes to take me out to the bank limit, collect out the bank, and then just load it in next time. And that way you get a sort of semi-surprising experience, because you're not entirely sure where it was up to the last time that you played it. That could hold, but it didn't hold for us there. So let's just... What we need to do here, I think, is just try and get some more of... Oh, we'll hold those two, just on the off chance. You never know. Hold them again. Or you could switch. Shall we get really ambitious and hold for the jackpot? 3 nudges. Well, there's not going to be another 7 up there, is there? But it could hold for that if it was in a really good mood with us. So all we're going to be playing for now... you can see there, we can't quite get a line. No joy there either. Playing, I was hoping it would be in a better mood than this. I thought I'd just about... My goal was to get it just happy-ish rather than, you know, off its tits, but it's still playing like a bit of a pig with me. So that's going to be 4 nudges again. There we go. Oh, when we get a line there, you can see there we can get a line. So you just got to be careful you don't nudge in a win or anything stupid like that. There we are. And now we've got our line. I think it's... Ooh. Oh, fuck, you know what? I can't remember what's what. I think the top one is good. Let's try and stop it right at the top. Well, right at the bottom either will do. So let's just see what our choices are here. Open the box or... Speed nudges 10. Now, speed nudges is exactly what it sounds like. So shall we go for open the box? This is one of the more exotic features. So we'll have open the box. So it's offering me £1.20. You can see there, or I can open the box. Take the money, or I'm going to open the box. Obviously, you're going to open the box there. See what we've got. £1. We should have taken the £1.20. I mean, what I'm hoping here is already coming through, is that this is back when AWPs had some of the A in them. Let's put another £5 in. I can play this for fun, for genuine entertainment. In the year 2019, I find this an entertaining and enjoyable machine to play. That's a hold after nudges. I would say it's actually one of my favourite machines. In the new era of Fruit Machine emulation, this is one of my go-to games. I really, really love this one. I'm always happy to load it up, just take it out to the bank limit and just see how I get on. So that's going to be another 4 nudges. Let's have a look. What have we got? Well, we certainly can't get a line there. There's, in fact, there's one... Oh, there. Well, we can get... Let's just do it properly. Take our £2.20. Bit of a shame. That's just going to be straight £2.20. We can't in any way gamble it or anything like that. Doesn't seem to do holds after wins very much either. So there we are. Let's just see if we can take it out to another one of these line features. what I will do at this point is pause the video and bring you back when that happens. So it's giving me one of these dapple things. Let's have a go. And we're miles out there, absolutely miles out. No good. One nudge is not good enough either. No, no good. Well, that's definitely a line. It's given us 3 nudges there. Is there actually there is actually a jackpot. Oh, there's a... Shall we have... Let's just get the actual jackpot sequence, shall we? Classic little Barcrest ditty from the day. They use that over a couple of hardware revisions, I think. So certainly a couple of MPU sound hardware revisions, because I definitely remember that playing on the earlier bloopy bleepy AY chip variant. So we'll carry on. We'll try and get another line on the features. What I'm going to do is play this out to the bank limit and see how much it costs us. Oh, we're just there. Speculative hold. There we are. Nudge that down, so we've got line 3 there. I can't remember what this is. Oh, 240 bonus. Or is it 16? Ah, yes, speed nudge is 16. So, 240 bonus is obviously not bad, but speed nudge is 16. You would fancy a jackpot or the 240 repeater off that. So let's go for that. Right, so let's do that so we don't get the boxes. Another jackpot, come on. Is it up there? Have I fucked? Oh, fuck. And it's hell! It's held after nudges for a jackpot. I was 1 nudge off. I needed 17 nudges for the jackpot. I was 1 nudge off, but it's held after nudges for the jackpot. Fuck me, fruit machines were so much better back then. Let's have another jackpot. There we are, another jackpot in the bank. The great thing, of course, when the jackpot is so small and sensible relative to your stake, you can have lots and lots of different ways of actually achieving it. Let's carry on and get to that bank limit. Oh, and it's just dropped the £2.40 repeater straight in. Just drop that straight in on the reels. Let's just see if we can get our repeat. Oh, there we are, repeat. I think it's 30. It is £30 bank limit on this. So another repeat will actually take us over. Oh, no repeat. We're quite close to the bank limit though now. Okay, we have got one of these dapple things now. Let's see if it hits. Oh no, we're 2 spaces off there. So it has given us a good hunting wink there. So what we can do is hold them all. But unfortunately, it just steps down. You would hope it would give you 1 nudge to get the line. Unfortunately, it just steps down. But we are now... Oh, we'll hold them 2 just in case. And again... Unfortunately, the first reel doesn't go far enough to get that. But we are now close to the bank limit. Let's just hold those 7s. You never know. And again... And again... No, 3 holes doesn't work, but it is worth holding. They can drop in, but it's not guaranteed. Well, that's definitely a line there, so we can get line number 4. I don't think we've had this one up to now. Let's see what our choices are. We can have loot shoot or nudge spinner. Shall we have loot shoot? There, I can hit that. There we are. Now, oh, okay. Yeah. Come on, Degsy, you can do this. There we are, 160. Oh, no, I spaffed it. I did that. Oh, fuck, that was shit. Sorry, that was really bad. We have hit the bank limit there at 30 quid. And I think we're slightly up now. Unfortunately, this layout was done before the coin sounds and the token sounds were added. So we're not getting that nice little clunk, 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 clunk. So I guess that would be something that we could maybe update for this layout. But there we are. It was a nice big bank. And it does leave me like a couple. Let's just try another couple of quid. Just see if it's got anything more left in it. And then we'll move on to clickety click. Okay, that's definitely a line there. We can have the 240 repeater, but let's have a line. Have we had that one? I don't think we've had that one yet. Let's just see what our choices are. So we've got Speed Nudges 13, that's not too bad, or Cash Blast. Now I would actually normally take Speed Nudges 13 there, because that should be a slam dunk for 240 or maybe a jackpot. But since we haven't seen Cash Blast here, we'll have a go at this. As you can see, you would be far better off taking the Speed Nudges 13 on that one. So we can't get a line there, so let's just finish it off with a £2.40 repeater, and then we will move on to Clickety Click. Let's just see if we can get a repeat here. Hey, a repeat. Good, good, good. That's 480 cash. Can certainly repeat more. Like to do a £7.20 or a £9.60 this. Yes, there we are. It's a 720. Would be nice if we could just finish off with a 960. Come on, one more repeat and I'll be quite content. Oh, there we are, 960. Don't think I ever had this do a 12 quid off the cash back in the wild. But let's have a go. No, 960 in my experience, 960 was your lot. But collecting that there will leave us nicely in profit, so we'll have that. There we are. Nice little collect bank tune generated by that gorgeous Yamaha chip. Just collect all that out and let's see what the final stats are. So after that we have won. You see there my per session stats. I've made a profit of £15.40. So let's get over to Clickety Click. I'm afraid there's not really as much going on here, and that's understating it somewhat. The graphics are quite nice, but the game itself is rather dreary, so let's give it a £5. I say that the real interest for me in this one... Oh, straight into Play Bingo! Right, there we are. So what we do, we get a bingo card, and you literally just press a button. There's no skill involved in pressing up or down. It just does what it wants, and it will kind of stop where it wants to, and you'll get... So it will stop on the first one, so you get a line, and now you get a carry on or not. Like so. So continue or stop. So up to now we've got a quid. So we've continued, and if you get all the way to a... So there we are, so we're now to 2 quid. Now we get a continue stop again. Continue again. Now we've got 2 lines. So up to 4 quid, and we can still get a full house, which would make a tenner. Oh, that should be a full house now, yeah. So that basically is your win streak. That's pretty much as good as it can get there. You can get a tenner. It will just give you what it wants to get. Sometimes I was playing it a bit before. Sometimes it, depending on how the reels are lined up, it will just go straight to a jackpot. And if it starts you off with a jackpot, if the reels, oh there we are, treasure hunt, we can get a clickety click again. If you get a jackpot straight off, if it just goes straight for a full house, there's no repeat chance or anything like that. It's just you get 6 quid. And then it's back to the base game as it were. So let's just see what we get off this. It can line these up in such a way that it just goes straight to a full house. But we've got a quid there again. Carry on. So there's another 2 quid. Oh, sorry, another £1. So that's 12 quid. Oh, 2 quid. Just 2 quid off that one. I mean, this really is, folks, about it for this one. You do have nudges, so let's just try and get really ambitious there and hold those. Sometimes it'll give you a little wink on the reels or something like that, but none of the wins can be gambled. The jackpot isn't a repeater if you get the red 7s, anything like that. It really is a very, very basic low-tech, as you would expect, aimed at the bingo. I mean, low-techs are already fairly basic, and this is like a low-tech because it is aimed at the bingo low-tech market. Let's just see if we can get a jackpot on the reels, and then I will wrap this one up. Right, so it keeps trying to get me to nudging clickety click now. Like every... Oh, try treasure hunt. I'm just trying to get it. Look at this. Fucking stop it. Just let me get the red 7s. It's kind of in a... It clearly wants me to take the feature here. I am going to hold out and I'm going to... Fucking hell. I'm going to get the red 7s on the reels. And again, it'll have to cave sooner or later, surely. Look at this. It's literally every single spin. It's trying to give me clickety... Oh, it's just dropped it straight in. I could not avoid it there. It absolutely refused to give me a jackpot on the reels. Either holds or holds after nudges. It just wasn't having it. So there's a quid. Carrying on up. How's that going to drop? Oh, so that's 4 quid, isn't it? And if it carries on, that'll be a jackpot. There we are, so we've gone for a tenner again. It's done a tenner, hasn't it? So we'll get a jackpot again. So I don't know quite why it just won't let me get the 7s on the reels here. It's just refusing to do it. Shall we, just for the sake of it, let's take it out to the bank limit. Assuming the bank limit on this is 30 quid. Let's just take it out to the bank limit. So there's another clickety click. Let's see what it wants to give us. This is it. This is the whole game, people. This is everything that this thing has got going on. Let's see what it wants to throw into our laps this time. So there's all corners for a quid. Carried on again. And there's one line for a quid. So that's 2 quid. And that's a stop. That's a stop. But straight back in there, another clickety click. If we can get a jackpot here, that will take us over the bank limit. So let's see what it wants to do off this one. So there's a quid. I guess looking at the way it does this, it can obviously pick numbers and then engine, because obviously there's going to be a certain number of, oh, there are 2 lines, going to be a certain number of numbers on the reels, and then a certain, oh, we have to put some money in, a certain pool of numbers that it can pick from there. So I'm sure it can do exactly what it wants to do in terms of Megan. Just take it over 30 quid and that'll be it, I think. Okay, that's just dropped straight in, so let's just have one more clickety click. Unless this foxes off with a quid, this should take us up to £30, which I'm guessing will be the bank limit. They usually are in this era of Barcrest. Let's just carry on. Oh, it did actually stop on a quid, you tight bastard. Right, well, we can't miss now. That will definitely take us up to 30 quid because it can't pay less than £1. So let's have a final eyes down, ladies. That's rather sexist. Of course, it's not just ladies who play bingo, but that's kind of the target demographic, I guess. There we are, so 30 quid. We're going to carry on. Oh, so that's another 3 quid, isn't it? So that's 4 quid. Is it going to carry on? Oh, doing its auto pay thing, and we do have the coin samples on this one. That's a lot of tokens. An awful lot of tokens. And it's stopped there, so the rest of the bank, I think... Is that going to be in cash? Is that all cash, the rest of the bank? Let's just collect it out and see what we've got. Yeah, that's all cash. So there you go. 2 old machines here, both of them from 1991. This one here, Big Chief, fantastic machine to play, lots of fun. I would really recommend it. This one here, Clickety Click, less so. However, I'm really grateful that this has been released. So thank you to everyone as ever who has made this happen, because it's fascinating to see another machine using this plasma dot matrix display, because in my head there was just this one here and that was it. So it's really great to see these two running alongside a true historical curiosity from the best part of 30 years ago, when Barcrest dabbled very briefly with this plasma dot matrix display. There you are. Just remember again, we do have the original flyer for this one as well. a fast action 3-reel game plus a brand new bingo feature played on an exciting plasma display using superimposed bingo numbers on the reels. But one way or another, it just wasn't enough. They just didn't catch on. Too expensive, the tech was unreliable, it just didn't lead to improved cash boxes. Whatever the reason, is probably lost to the sands of time now, unless anyone out there knows the actual reason. But Barcrest didn't stick with this plasma display idea for very long at all, and this is, to my mind, I thought there was only one machine. We do know now that there were at least two. But do yourself a favour, if you haven't already, check out Big Chief in the emulator. It's a fantastic old style mid-tech game, and you've got the added thing going on there that you can play those features on the plasma display. So then, that's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll catch up with you next time. But for now it is, as ever, goodbye.